Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to another episode of Kendo Video Feedback. Okay, so in this series of videos, I take footage that you wonderful channel viewers have sent to me. We watch it together, I give you some feedback, and hopefully my camera stays in focus and everybody learns something. Okay, it's a pretty popular series. I do it as often as I can. We've got three submissions today that we're going to look at, so we're going to whiz through them. I'll still make sure to do my best to help everybody as much as we possibly can though. I haven't seen them yet. I'm not quite sure what they are, but we'll have a look at each one individually. Before we jump into them, first and foremost, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube magic. You can help grow the Kendo population by setting off the YouTube ninja robots to go and find more people to start Kendo. The way you do that is by liking, sharing, subscribing. When you subscribe, you click the little arrow, the little bell appears, it says notify or notification, something like that. That notifies the robots that they got to get to work. And then you go to the comments, you put what a great Kendo video. You have to use the word Kendo. What a fantastic Kendo video, something like that. And then you know that it's Kendo that they have to go and increase the population of. We've already had 6 million people last year start Kendo through this method. We're aiming for 7 million. We've already had more than 1 million this year so far. I think it's 1.5 million now, something like that. I'm pretty sure those numbers are accurate and I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So go ahead and do that and help grow the Kendo population. But more important than that, even more important than that, if you like this video, if you like the content that I put out, then don't forget to shop at KendoStar.com. KendoStar.com is the best Kendo equipment website in the galaxy, universe, history and future of the human race. Of course, I would say that because I own the place, but everybody agrees with me. We're the best rated, best reviewed Kendo store online. We are a legit Kendo brand. Okay, we're an independent Kendo brand. We're not a middleman operating out of our bedrooms or whatever. We're not going to drop ship some random stuff to you from a different country. We're not going to, just sell some other people's stuff that we don't really know much about. Everything that we're dealing with, the KendoStar brand, is our own brand. It's based off my extensive experience as a Kendo equipment professional. I've worked in it for a very long time. All of our products are properly inspected and confirmed to be the real deal before they're sent out. They're specifically designed for the international market. You know what's better? When you spend over 95 GBP or the equivalent in your local currency, you get free shipping and all import taxes paid for. And that's something a lot of people forget about, is import taxes. Yeah, you order from some place, they drop ship it you from China or wherever it's drop shipping from. You get it, and when it gets to your door, you're hit with a bill for a third of the cost in import duties. Now, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We pay all that for you if you spend over that threshold. Now, that threshold is raising shortly, so you've only got till the end of the month to benefit from that and from obviously the standard price rises that you're seeing across the board globally as it is anyway. So if you want to beat those price rises and what have you, you want to get your orders in before the end of this month. But even after that, we'll have the same sort of idea in place. So shop at KendoStar. You get the best equipment, you get the best service. We're the best around. All right, it's pretty much established at this point. I know there's little wannabes popping up left, right and center thinking that this stuff is easy, but soon find out. They come and go. They come and go. You're going to shop with us in the end, so don't waste your money elsewhere and then come to us and buy a second time. Buy first in the first place. Buy right first in the first place. I think, is that right? You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so that's how you support this channel, okay? That's how you support this channel. All the videos on this channel is free, by the way, as well. We're not one of these kind of channels that's going to try and charge you for stuff, all right? Charging for subtitles, stuff like that. That's sort of rumours I've heard. None of that nonsense, all right? Everything's free. All you've got to do is help yourself by shopping at KendoStar. Right, okay, let's get to these submissions. Okay, let's look at the first one. Okay, so here's our first submission. The message that I've got that's come with it It just says, "Hi Andy Sensei, I would like to send you a video of Jigeko for analysis. I'm 34 years old and first dan. In 6 months, I'll take the second dan test. I'd like to get some advice on how I can improve my Kendo. I feel like I'm too stressed. Thank you in advance. I'm on the right. I have a protector on my right leg." Okay. That helps a lot. Okay, the identification helps a lot. So let's see. This side, right? This side. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we're here. So you're 34, Shodan, looking towards Nidan. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Let me just look at that again. Okay, well seen, you know, good chance for the strike there, right? I want you to watch, if you're in the Kendo Show Early Access group, right now, there's my video about scoring the Kaishido Ippon, is in the Early Access group right now. It's actually coming out tomorrow on YouTube as well, so by the time, you know, you might, if you're watching this tomorrow or something, it might be already out, but I want you to watch that video. Because what's the issue? What the issue with your Kaishido is here? It's not terrible, by the way. But in order for this to be a sort of more valid ippon, as you strike, you need to turn your hips as you strike. Whereas what you've done is you've hit and then turned your hips. You see that? Whereas it wants to be simultaneous. That's the kentai no ichi of the Kaishido. Okay. Yeah, I can see what you mean. There's a little bit of tension going on, right? I think your knees are too bent. Okay, your knees are too bent. And that's why you're sort of springy, and that's when you hit this kote, you kind of go like that with it, all right? Like, you don't want your legs locked, but they shouldn't be this bent, okay? That's why this kote is a up-down kote like that. Yeah, instead of sort of driving forward, okay? Yeah, see again. So what's happening here is like the Kaishido, the timing is good, but it lacks sort of a dynamic strike because you're kind of just hitting with the hands before you move the body. So you need to unify the shinai in the body if you want to use the Kaishido to more effect. Okay. But look, in my opinion, like Nidan is you're fine for Nidan pretty much. You know okay, so. I like that you're trying different waza, all right? I like that you're trying different waza, all right? You need to sharpen up a little bit some of these, right? Like Suriage Men. Here you sort of blocked, and then here where it wants to be sort of connected as well, pam pam this way. But it's tough waza, you know? So I think the one thing I would say is sort of like lacking from your Kendo is a good powerful men strike. Yeah, from what I've seen just from this. Yeah, so what I want to see more is like if you have the good like ability to influence your opponent to feel like they're gonna lose the solid men strike, you're gonna open up the opportunity more for the techniques. So, but because at the minute like your men strikes aren't really like impressing on your opponent, you see what I mean? Like it doesn't help. You see how you kind of dip your hips here and then go up and then this way, and you're not really reaching for it. It's like, I think part of the issue as well is from the beginning of it, it kind of just comes out of nowhere without any sort of pressure or semi as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's quite easy for your opponent to defend. So they don't feel like, oh, if I'm not careful, I'm going to lose the men. And it means that it becomes more difficult for you to be successful with other strikes. So that's why like the kote strikes that you're attacking, they're not successful because the other person doesn't feel like their men is under threat. So this is a well-timed kote. But because of the way it happened, if it's the Shiai, this men is likely to get the Ippon rather than the Kote. Okay? Because it looks like you've been sort of overwhelmed and you kind of hit the Kote, not sort of out of panic, but it's not really, you know, and it's a perfectly fine Kote strike, but it doesn't, it looks like you've been defeated by the men strike rather than he's been defeated by the Kote strike. So this pattern is quite common in the Shiai. Quite common in the Shiai, but usually it goes towards the men. You know, like the really good degote strike, you know, you kind of do the semi, and then when they start bam this way, and they almost have this feeling of, you know, but there isn't that here. You know what I'm saying? I think overall, like the technical ability is not too bad, but you lack stemi, so like really committing to your strikes. So they often end with like sort of thing. And you don't want to oversell it. I'm not saying you want to like over push something that hasn't been successful, but you can tell from your body movement that you weren't committed to it in the first place. See what I mean? So you should attack with full commitment and then cancel if it's not successful, and you do have to cancel if it's not successful. There's nothing worse than going like this when you haven't even touched them. Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to hit tentatively and then if you strike, then add, if you know what I mean. So hit with everything and then cancel if you have to. Don't hit with a bit and then add if you think you need to. That will change the whole dynamic of your Kendo. And I think that's likely to be the biggest barrier between you where you are right now and getting past the Nidan. See, like this sort of thing. This. Yeah. This one's always like, you know what I mean? So I want you to think about that. Think about keeping your hips moving forward when you strike, not up and down, and making sure you commit to your strikes as much as possible. Okay, and then if they miss, then cancel. Okay. What's this? Ippon shoulder maybe? Ippon shoulder? Ippon shoulder? Like your kamae is good in general, but you have the tendency to bend your legs too much. That causes a springiness. Your hips aren't really doing the work for you. See, I can see it here. Like this is not the terrible chance to hit, but you're not fully invested in this men strike. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see it here. Because straight away, you know, hard to describe. I hope I'm making sense. See, this is a really good chance for you to hit, right? Really good chance for you to hit men. I thought you was going to hit the men here, actually. I thought you were going to, if you hit men, you would win the divan of men, I thought. But part of the problem is you bring the shinai so big, and because your legs are so bent, your foot has to come up so high to do your fumikomi, to lift yourself sort of that way. So it meant that you just didn't have time before your partner was able to strike you. Yeah. But if you weren't so bent and you were ready to push yourself forward and you didn't pull the shinai back and bam this way, this would have been your men because you took the initiative here. This happened because of your action. Yeah. So if we sharpen those things up, you'll find that you have more success in that sort of aspect. Okay. Okay, and I think there we are. So yeah, so great submission. I think for where you're at, I think you're doing super well. Less bent knees in your kamae, okay? Try to make the shinai swing more compact by using the left hand more than the right hand. And try to commit to the strikes more, all right? So that you're not hitting and then adding, but you're hitting with everything and then cancel if it doesn't work, all right? That's the key things. And I think if you work on those things, I don't think you'll struggle with knee down at all, all right? You're very, very close to it, all right? But it's just about fixing those few things, okay? Right, let's look at the next one. Okay, so next one, it says, hi Fisher Sensei, first of all, thank you for everything you do for Kendo community. I watch all your videos and I've learned so much. And I also shop at KendoStar, obviously, thank you very much. Okay, I've been meaning to submit some videos of Kendo feedback for quite a while now, and I finally have footage I'm happy enough to share publicly. I recently participated in an amazing tournament organised by the British Army. I know this tournament, I was there. Our team did really well. We finished first in our pool and we were knocked out by a really strong team in the playoffs. Overall, we had an amazing experience and I'm happy with our performance and also determined to get to the finals next year. Good. I was the Chuken on our team and I would like to submit 2 of my matches for analysis, 1 win and 1 loss. You can find the video here. I've labelled the matches as chapters. I'm the white player in match 1 and the red player in match 2. For some context, I'm currently Shodan and will be attempting knee down in 5 months. Okay, so similar position. This is a Shiai video though. I'm aware my kamae needs improvements and I'm currently working on making it better by straightening my left leg a bit more, keeping my head and shoulders straight and trying to keep my balance a little further back than it currently is. I record all my keikos and some days my kamae looks way better than others. I also think my zanshin can be improved, but I can't really figure out what's wrong with it. It just feels weird. I want to say chunky for lack of a better word. Anyway, enough blabbering from me. I would be greatly appreciated if you could provide me feedback for my upcoming grading and future Shiai performance. Okay, let's have a look then, shall we? Okay, let's see. Right, yes, I was here. I might even be in the frame somewhere. I was on this I was on the other court over here. I was Shimpan on this court over here. It was a great tournament. Okay, so let me just nip back to your email. Did you say which side you are? White player in match 1, red player in match 2. Okay, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. So this side here. Okie dokie. Okay, first thing I'm going to say, right? Is I know it's quite obvious your opponent is probably quite new at Kendo, right? But even in the Shiai, try not to do the Sonkyo too earlier than the other person. You're supposed to do roughly together, all right? Now, there is something to be said of trying to be the first to do it. It's kind of semi in a way, but not where it's like super obvious, all right? So if you're in this position and they're obviously newer and then still getting used to it, what I tend to do is a day, title, 1, 2, 3, draw the shinai, and I'm about to go to Sonkyo, and if they're not there yet, I'll slow down. I'll gauge with them. I'll slow down. And I'll wait for them to arrive at the Kaishisen before I actually start to move into Sonkyo so that we go to Sonkyo together. Because what I don't want to do before my match is spend like 5 seconds in Sonkyo. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend as, you know, I want to be ready to go. I want to be sat in Sonkyo for ages. Now, I'm not that bothered because I can do Sonkyo for quite a while, but at the same time, I'd rather not if I don't have to. Okay. Good. All right, so let's have a look here. That's the main strike. Pretty good. Makes some contact, just misses slightly, right? But can you see a little bit how, again, your hips are going up and down, up and then down, and then that's why you get this haneashi here, yeah? Bam, this way, okay? Because you're trying to hit as fast as you can, which is good. But your left foot isn't really pushing you. You're not carrying your weight on your left foot, and you're not bringing it quite fast enough up behind you if you can. Yeah, so I see what you mean about the Zanshin as well. It's pretty clunky, right? Right, I'll tell you exactly why that is. That's because you're focusing too much on the point of contact with the Shinai and the opponent's Borga. Of course, oh, there's me. There's me running around. What was I doing? What was I running for? There I am. You're focusing too much on the point of contact between your Shinai and your opponent's Borga. Okay? And that's where like the thought process ends. And then you're like, the Zanshin bit is a kind of an afterthought. And it lacks what's called Kime, which is what kind of joins the strike to the Zanshin. All right? So it's not a full process. Yeah? So you're not carrying the strike from the beginning through the middle to the end. You're kind of getting stuck at the middle part and then kind of bumbling through the last bit. Yeah? So you have to commit more to the strike and with the Zanshin in mind, not just focusing on whether your Shinai reaches the target or not. And good men's strike. Good men's strike. But it's like, man, this way, right? And that's why you're like jumping up instead of like smoothly moving across the Shiaijo, all right? So it doesn't want to be an up motion like this, bam, this way and forward and then backwards. So nice and smoothly, okay? It takes practice. Look, you're like Shodan, right? So you're getting there, mate. Don't worry about it too much. All right? Nice men. Nidan should be no problem. But it definitely is that, right? You can see how it's like, man, so. See how like, it's not about lifting your chin too much. You shouldn't do that too much, but you know, we all have habits. I do that too. But like, the whole energy is like upwards afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Nice, nice. Very good. Nice man. Good. That was good. Okay. All right. Obviously, clear a difference in experience or skill level between you and partner. So, you know, that is what it is. But yeah, I think what you need to focus on though is really carrying your body weight with your left leg, so that you can drive yourself forward and not too much upwards. Okay. Okay, match 2, so you're the red player this time. Good. I'm happy that you, after coming to Tsuruzeria, you're looking for the chance of Hikiwaza. That one again. This is a kote strike, right? Okay. So the thing is with this, like, it's really hard to hit the good kote from underneath the shinai without brilliant tenuchi, and you don't quite have the impact to do that. And especially as your hips aren't fully in your strike, you're not transferring your body weight to the shinai enough to get the ippon. Yeah, I'd probably leave Gaku up enough. I think you're left. No, I'm not going to say that. We'll forget I said it. Your left foot needs to do more work, right? And it needs to carry your body weight a bit more and drive your hips forward and not upwards. Yeah, I can say, man, this sort of one. And this is the main thing for you. And because we're focusing mainly on the point of the strike, it means that you're only really capable at the moment of delivering single one-shot technique. Yeah, so this is where they took the initiative here. You responded to them, and they get the good men strike. This. So you see, at the minute, you're not really able to respond to this sort of thing, just block, all right? So if you can focus on improving how you use your left foot, you'll find that you're able to respond more as well. And also, like, when you make Gatoto like this, which wasn't a bad chance at a strike, missed, but not a bad chance at a strike, but then your sort of footwork kind of went all like this because your left foot wasn't really doing the work for you, all right? Now you're going to fix this, right? You're going to fix this, believe it or not, by doing suburi. All right, you can fix this by doing suburi. And everyone looks at me like I'm crazy when I say this, but it's true. Yeah, but all you have to do is do suburi. You can just do zenshin, kotai, men, whatever. Yeah, but make sure that when you push the right foot out, you're pushing with the right, and then immediately, bam, left foot, bam, 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 this way. All right. You've practiced that hundreds and hundreds of times. It's going to come into your Shinai Kendo and your whole Kendo will change. Right? Nidan, no problem. Sandan, no problem. Yondan, no problem. I'm not even exaggerating. This kind of waza doesn't work. Just trust me on it, all right? Where you kind of go like this kind of weird swing like this and then try to hit, all right? There is this kind of technique, but this isn't it, all right? This isn't it. Right, you're in the UK. One day, if you come and ask me, I'll tell you a bit more about it. Right, but just kind of this sort of thing, it doesn't work. Okay, but look, you fought well, you did well. Like I said, I really want you to think about that left foot. All right, using that left foot properly, using your body weight properly with the left foot, pushing your hips forward, not up and down, and then not focusing just on the point of the shinai hitting the other person's boga, man, and then this sort of way, but. Yeah, you fix it with suburi and everyone's favorite kakari geiko. Okay, good job. Nidan, no problem though. Right, last one. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so here we go. The mail I've got says, hi, I wish to send a video, kind of feedback video. The context is I was a white Kenshi playing the quarterfinals of a regional Shiai. I lost, but it was a great experience considering I made it for that far in the tournament. I haven't done so before, competing against my peers interstate or intrastate before. Thanks, Fishy Sensei. Okay, so from Australia. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know which player you are. White player. Okay. This side. Okay. So let's have a look. I don't know what level of Shiai this is. I don't know anything like that. Is this the best quality video we've got? I think it is. Okay. So this side. Let's take a look. Okay. One more time. Okay, so you see what happened here is because you've not quite managed to do Fumikomi properly. Instead, you sort of stepped forward as you hit. I guess you were trying to hit door, which I get, but you're really too far away. Yeah. So as you sort of run forward to do that, you've given them the perfect chance and distance to strike your men. Okay, so if you want to hit Nukido in response to their men, you have to get closer. You have to hit Nukido from reasonably close. It's like between Isoko and Chikama. Yeah, because they won't hit your men otherwise. I mean, this guy did, but not until it was like too late. Like he hit the men in response to you kind of fluffing the door, not in the way that you'd want him to hit men if you were doing men Nukido. See what I mean? So, fair dues. I've never done Kendo in Australia. I love how you tried the same thing. That's brave. I gotta give you that. It's brave. Right. Okay. So it's a little bit better, but you're just too far away, man. You're just too far away. All right. It's just, you know, because you kind of make the hit, but you're hitting with one hand as well. So if you got that little bit closer and then made a sort of more compact strike with two hands, there's a good chance this would have been Ippon. All right, and I recognise why this flag went up, but you just didn't quite hit the Datotsu well enough in order to score the point. Okay, so here's a problem that you're facing more than anything, all right, is that your Fumikomi needs work, all right? You need to learn to do Fumikomi better because you're sort of running in instead of doing the proper, like if we watch here, it's not like a proper Fumikomi in that you're not launching forward. You sort of step in here well before your Shinai is sort of, your Shinai is still mid-swing, right? And then you're sort of hitting and running. So you're not launching forward. So what the problem is that the movement itself in terms of moving your body towards your opponent is slow because you're not launching towards them. And second, because you're like your stamp for the Fumikomi, it's not Fumikomi, but the kind of stamp on the floor is really short in terms of the distance it covers. It gives them the perfect distance to counterattack you. All right. So this is almost the same thing that happened with the first one. All right. So that's why it's important that you do Fumikomi properly. Okay. This is a good chance, man. You see when you do, man, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But it's short. It's short. You're not launching yourself forward. You're just stamping on the ground. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you're not getting the efficiency from doing Fumikomi in the first place. Yeah. So you need to push from your left leg. Your kamae is good. You see, same thing. Yeah. Like the distance your foot travels is like that far. Yeah. It's like from here to here. But like if you look how, you know, you're not getting that much closer to him. Because what you're doing here is you're stepping out with your right foot rather than launching from your left leg. All right. So what it means is he's ending up with the perfect distance to just retaliate. All right. And it's just making a much better strike than yours. All right. And that's why that's happening. All right. So you need to focus on the use of your left leg in Fumikomi. It's not the right leg that matters. It's the left leg. All right. It's not the right leg. All right. If you fix that, you'll find that type of waza, because the timing that you're hitting is pretty good, but because the mechanics are lacking a little bit, you're giving the other guy the chance to hit you. So work on that left leg. Think about pushing your body forward, launching off from the left as you do Fumikomi. All right, rather than stepping out with the right. All right, and it will change totally, absolutely change totally. And I just want you to focus on that. I don't have any other things to say on that. Well done on getting that far in the tournament. I think you did super. But if you change that thing, it sounds like a basic thing, and it is a basic thing, but it's not easy to change. So I really want you to focus, just concentrate on that. Just concentrate on that now for the next few months. Get that sorted, and then like in 6 months or whatever, send me another video, and we'll see how you're getting on. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for sending their submissions today. Well done to you all. If you would like to send a video for feedback, all you have to do is upload it to YouTube like these wonderful people have done. Set it to unlisted, set it public if you want, but do not set it to private because I will not be able to see it. And then send me the link by email at mail@KendoStar.com. Put in the subject, you know, Kendo feedback submission or something like that, just so I know that that's what it is, and it gets directed to me. And I will definitely make a video for you. I have done every single submission that's been sent to us so far. have not missed one. So I will definitely do it. Thank you again for joining me. Set out the YouTube robot ninjas by like, sharing, subscribing, making a comment, and most importantly, don't buy twice. Buy correctly once and shop at KendoStar.com. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.